My guest has been a journalist for 22 years, former Korea Daily political editor, former news director of Radio Korea, has a program now on YouTube called WONS, W-O-N-S, WONS Truth Politics. Please welcome to the program, Michael Won.
Hi, Larry. How's it going?
Thank you for coming on. Michael.
Thank you for inviting me.
You know, Michael has, we've known each other for a number of years now. Michael's invited me down to Koreatown, and we've had lunch a few times. Mm-hmm. I've never seen anybody walk so fast. I mean, did you think they're going to run out of food?
You know, a lot of my friends tell me that.
My goodness.
I don't know why, but that's probably one of the few flaws that I have. I'll try to slow it down for you, Larry.
All right. Now, I invited you on to talk about a couple of things, most notably the president of South Korea declared martial law. Next thing you know, he's gone. Explain what happened and explain why Americans should care.
Yeah, so South Korea is a huge ally of the United States, so that, for one, Americans should care about it. So President Yoon has declared martial law on December 3rd.
Why?
And the reason is, so first we didn't know. First, how I got to know that news was through American mainstream media. But later, I found out that President Yoon wants to uncover voter fraud in South Korea, and this is completely being ignored by the mainstream media in South Korea, as well as in the
back up,
U.S.
Michael. He declared martial law because he was investigating voter fraud?
He wanted to. So the martial law soldiers marched in to the National Election Committee, and they have not been audited.
Was there an election going on at the time?
No, he wanted to uncover election fraud that happened 2 years ago during the midterm election. Mm-hmm. He thought that even his own election, he thought that he should have won in a bigger margin, like double digits, but he barely won. He won just as a 0.7 percentage point margin. So President Yoon, and actually a lot of political commentators have been talking about voter fraud that has been happening in South Korea. And actually, in all honesty, a lot of my friends who came from South Korea, who lean conservative, they have always talked about voter fraud issues that has been going on in South Korea. So I just felt this huge gap between what people are saying and also what the media is saying, because the media has never mentioned it. So the media consider this like a conspiracy theory, like the same way how President Trump talked about the election being rigged here in the States, and the mainstream media considered that, that Trump wrongly claims, right? They would always put this, Trump wrongly claims that the election process was rigged. But this exact thing is going on in South Korea. So that's why actually there is a tremendous amount of support for President Yoon too, and that is also being completely ignored by the American media and also in the South Korean
Michael,
mainstream media.
Is the hand of the CCP involved at all in this voter fraud?
So a lot of conservative people have been suspicious that CCP is deeply involved in South Korean election. I can't tell you the exact, really, the minutia detail of it, but a lot of the conservative media members have been telling me that Chinese government has been deeply involved, not just recently, but for the past 10 year plus. And I think President Yoon, there's going to be a constitutional case course that's going to happen pretty soon, and I think President Yoon is probably going to talk about it. He actually mentioned it during his public speech recently, that China has been involved, and even North Korea has been involved in hacking in South Korea. So we'll get to see what President Yoon is going to unravel.
So is he still president?
Right now, he has been he relinquished his power. So right now there's Yoon Sung-yeol, President Yoon Sung-yeol has relinquished it. So instead of President Han Duck-soo, the Prime Minister, he is the country's temporary leader. Yeah.
So if he doesn't get power back, what are the consequences for South Korea? What's the consequences for North Korea? What's the consequences for us?
So the thing is within so the impeachment case will now be reviewed by the Constitutional Court, which has up to 180 days to decide if Yoon violated the Constitution or laws to a degree warranting removal. And it actually happened once. Park Geun-hye, the first female president of South Korea, has been impeached, and the Constitutional Court upheld it back in late 2016. And if this happens within the Conservative Party again, I think the Conservative Party will be probably finished in South Korea. And you have to know, Larry, that the Conservative Party are more pro-America, and the Liberal Party is very pro-CCP.
Michael,
So the consequences, you already know it.
we have 45 seconds left. Now that President Trump is going to be next president, what impact North Korea, what impact South Korea?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Trump is now president. What will be the impact on North Korea? What will be the impact on South Korea now that Trump is in office?
So President Trump, he always talked about peace through strength, and I think North Korea responded that way. We didn't see ICBM flying all over the place.
Right.
It didn't happen anymore. So I think North Korea would probably behave, and South Korea, I think South Korea would it depends on what happens with President
We have
Yoon.
to leave it there. Michael Wan, thank you very much, Michael.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching these clips from The Larry Elder Show. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a moment. More thought-provoking discussions are just a click away, so stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.